So live with an open heart, even if it hurts. You can't hope to experience any form of emotional growth if you're not willing to be vulnerable. You have to risk getting your heart smashed, torn up, spat on, humiliated in order to experience what love has to offer. It's very similar to the gym. In order to grow your muscles, you have to be willing to tear your muscles apart. It's that point where you absolutely can't lift a single more ounce where you get the most results. It's not the first few reps that give you your most gains, but it's the last 1 or 2 painful reps that determine whether you're gonna grow or stay the same. Likewise, you can't hope to establish connection with somebody if you aren't willing to offer a part of yourself that subjects you to rejection, humiliation, and pain. So, I'm still struggling with this. I'm 30 years old. Especially as I've gotten older, my heart has become a little bit more closed. My mind is a little bit more closed. It's easier to shut yourself down emotionally than subject yourself to the pain of being open. There are times when I would much rather have a closed heart than be vulnerable. I've lost a lot of beautiful long-term relationships because of this. I've lost opportunities for real long-term relationships because of this, both in women and in my friendships. My Instagram is just full of stories showing how much I like to party, how independent I am, and how great my life is. There's no real substance. I put on this mask, this funny party guy with no cares in the world, when quite frankly, I care too much. I overthink. I'm constantly analyzing. Similar to Robin Williams, if I can make other people laugh and smile, I can hide the fact that I'm just as wounded as everyone else, if not maybe more. My mindset is, it's too late for me, but you still have a chance. Let me help you out. Let me give you some joy despite having so little of myself. What's the end result of this kind of thinking? Loneliness. Sure, you may have a lot of superficial friends that you come to for a fun time, but you have no one to turn to when your life is literally going to shit. Eventually, the people closest to you realize that you've been lying the whole time about the way you've been portraying yourself. You're not easygoing, but in fact, you overcomplicate things and you isolate yourself from people. You wasted their time. You rejected them. They didn't reject you. People don't want to be around that. They're naturally going to put up their guard as well. Your conversations will revolve around the weather, the sports, or what you did that weekend. It's boring. There's no emotional depth. Instead of connecting with a human being, they're connecting with a clown. So how am I going to resolve this? I'm going to have to lean just beyond my edge and not fake it. Chapter 4. I'm going to have to get good at sharing parts of myself that I'm unwilling to share publicly. I haven't even told my closest friends and family that I started a YouTube channel. I've only told strangers that I know I'll never see again. Strangers don't love me, so they're not overly concerned about my future. I'm afraid they're just going to discourage me from my need for self-expression. My friends and family love me, so they'd rather I pursue something more stable so they know they don't have to worry about my future. It makes sense. I'd think the same way if I had a child. Now, I don't plan on making YouTube as a source of income, but I do spend a significant amount of time producing these mediocre videos. I could be investing this time into growing my personal or family business. Life would be just so much easier. So why do I do this? Well, at my core, I'm a seeker of truth. It's what gives me a sense of purpose. I'm constantly thinking and tinkering with concepts that have shaped the person I am today. I just can't help it. I overthink because I like to think. While I know I will never find the truth because the truth is constantly changing, I believe my journey is best experienced when I'm actively seeking the truth. It's the reason I read so many books. When I speak into the camera on a daily basis, I can observe which thoughts I've been obsessing over for the past week or month or maybe even year. It's like a red flag. There's a reason I'm obsessing over this thought or this person or this idea. Maybe there's a book out there that's already solved this problem or offers a new perspective on how to think about it. That's the reason that led me to this book, The Way of the Superior Man by David Deida. So one of the greatest lessons I've learned and have relearned over the years from this book is to never let your woman become your sole purpose. They'll eventually resent you for it. They want to know that your happiness is not contingent on their response. If you are aligned with your mission or your purpose, you can be loving even when times are difficult. And this makes evolutionary sense. Life was often difficult back in the day. Life was fucking hard. This is the reason why women test you so much. It's how they know they can trust you to handle difficult situations. This is how they know they can depend on you. They know you're just gonna fucking lie to spread your seed. They're not stupid. Men have a biological incentive to spread their DNA among as many partners as they can, even if they have to lie. Women have a biological incentive to make sure you are worth investing in. They can only invest in one or few partners in their entire life. So they test you. They test the product. If you can pass these tests, she can relax and trust you are what you fucking say you are during difficult times. She'll test you when you least expect it. She'll test you when you're at your weakest point. It's fucked up. But you know what else is fucked up? It's fucked up to impregnate a girl and then leave. She's gonna be pregnant and useless for 9 months. She can't run. She can't hunt like this. She can't hunt when she's got a baby in her belly. She does this to protect herself. She does this so she can feel how strong you are. Your true strength can only be measured when you are at your weakest point. It's easy to be strong when everything is going great, but it's really hard to be strong when you can barely eat, when life is going to shit. Ultimately, she needs to know that you don't need her in order for you to be caring or loving. Because if she dies, she needs to know that you can take care of her child. This is her greatest investment. She needs to know that you can take care of yourself. She doesn't want another child to raise. She needs an equal or superior partner to raise the family. So don't hate her for this. If she tests you, it's her way of considering you as a partner. I'd be more concerned if the girls you're interested in aren't testing you. So that's it. If you found this breakdown useful or entertaining, let me know. It's a little different than what I'm used to, but I did enjoy talking about this book in this way instead of my usual summaries or my usual breakdown. I provided much more of a personal story for you to relate to. If this is your first time here, consider subscribing and smashing that bell button so you can be notified of my newest videos. Thanks for watching. Peace out, Book Smashers.